welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPratt. My name's Kenan, his son, and the producer. Tonight, the title is Poverty of Awareness. And, well, just know we're all, this evening, the intention is to enrich your awareness. Now, for anyone who's out there joining us for the first time or any time at all, be sure to say something in the chat so we know you're here. If you don't say anything, there's no way for me to know who the viewers are specifically and which order you got here, more importantly. We try to get to everyone in order here, so be sure to say something. Again, the first time, there's no charge, so don't be shy. Going forward, after the first time, it's $10 per card, or you can pay $100 and cover the entire month, which is 3 shows per week, normally Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Arizona time. Thanks for listening to me. Enjoy the show. Here's Christopher.
Hey, great blessings to you. I always start the show with a new incense, and tonight's about compassion. And to really extend compassion first to yourself. Absolutely, you are capable of really, really focusing compassion on yourself. And then that automatically then translates to others. You love people. You don't have to love what they do, or how they think, or how they were trained. But you can love who they actually are, because they're sent to us. People that are in our circles are sent to us for a reason, for us to, number one, be more compassionate toward them, but be more compassionate toward ourselves. So this is about absolute pure compassion. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. This poverty of awareness. Language can be very, very limiting. So I speak Mandarin Chinese, I speak English, but either of those languages can be limiting in how we express ourselves. Let me give you an example. I love doing this show, and I really love all of you. I really love this bracelet. Yeah, I love this drink. In English, we have one word for love. In Sanskrit, there are 96 words for love. I wrote this down. In Persian, there are 80 words for love, 80. Eskimos have 30 words for snow, because snow is their life. They live it. It's around them pretty much all the time. And they have 30 different words to describe something that they really love, or that they're in contact with daily, or that they talk about daily. So this is going beyond the poverty of awareness with language. And besides the word no being the hardest English word to pronounce, we've talked about this on the show, one of the hardest things to say is the word no. The other 3 words are I love you. And so what does that open up for you? And being able to say that to people often opens up, breaks that poverty of awareness. So Are you willing and are you open to say it more often throughout the day to many different types of people? Even though it's one word that has many different meanings, it's the feeling behind it that can convey the true meaning of it as to what you're wanting to come across as saying. So, we've got a really great show tonight, as we do every night, because you're on it. It's because of you. It's because of these messages that your higher self, your angels, your guides pull. This has to do with a lot of what's in your highest and best interests right now. Okay. So we have, I believe, Marilyn Pitts on the first time tonight, right? So we've got Marilyn, Heather, Lana, Laura, Jeff, Edna, Tiffany, Jared, Kat, Lance. Welcome, Lance. Great to have you on the show. First time. And we will do a reading for you in that order. If you haven't said hello or you haven't heard your name, then put something in the chat. Say hi, because otherwise we don't know that you're here. We're not going to be able to pull a card or do a reading for you. Abby and Marilyn, yep. Yeah. Okay.
Not sure how it was done.
Yep. So after Lana is Abby and Marilyn. Marilyn, hope your Marilyn had knee surgery, I believe on Friday. So let me teach you, Marilyn, a Chinese greeting. It's ni hao.
How's your knee?
And so it kind of works for you both ways now. It's like, how's your knee? And hello. So, ni hao. I hope you're doing well. Sending you lots of great healing energy. I've had quite a couple of friends having that done, and they feel like spring chickens afterwards. So we're sending you lots of good healing energy. All right. So now we've got Marilyn, Heather, Lana, Abby and Marilyn, Laura, Jeff, Edna, Tiffany, Jared, Kat, Lance. If you haven't said hello yet, say hello now. Kenan is able to keep you all in order, so it's a huge help. Jennifer Riley. Yeah, Jennifer's here. Okay. I see you, Jennifer. Thank you. So let's start with Marilyn. Marilyn, you had a fantastic reading today. Private reading. Private readings go about an hour. So let's do the group card. Yeah, we're going to do the group card first. So we're going to do the group card first, which has to do with everybody. And this, of course, is called the Lover's card. So that's what got me to do some research on Sanskrit. Has 96 words for love and how we express love, because in our society, and probably in many others, sex is the potential of love. Now, when you have this relationship with somebody in a sexual manner and you combine it with awareness, you're alert, and even in a meditative state, that can blossom into love. And then love, combined with meditation, blossoms into compassion. So that's what we're going for. That's what I lit the incense for, is to be more compassionate with yourself and more compassionate with others. Buddha said it like this: sex is the seed. Love is the flower, and compassion is the fragrance. I absolutely love that. Sex is the seed, love is the flower, compassion is the fragrance. And it's about you being able to honor the individuality of a person. free of judgment. Free of judgment. Because judgment is what pulls you into the drama. So this is love really based on freedom, free of expectation or free of need, or free of expectation of being loved in return in a certain way. So that was the group card tonight. And love is this expansiveness. Okay, now we go back to Marilyn. Marilyn Pitts. So this is the peace card, Marilyn. This card has to deal with so if you put money away in the 1960s because of inflation, it would have grown exponentially. So the more peace that you're able to create within yourself here is even exponentially greater in the spirit realm. And that we absolutely have the ability to create peace. And if something disturbs our peace, that's a tool. Pay attention to that. How come that is disturbing our peace? So thoughts are like swords. Thoughts can be two-edged. They can defend us, but they can also really hurt us. This is laying down your thoughts. So these swords are laid down. Lay down your thoughts. And there's a prayer in the Bible that says, may the peace of God that excels all thought protect you and cover you. And I love that, because may the peace of God that excels all thought. It's the thoughts that we get that can torment us. So when tormenting thoughts come up, pay attention to that. That's the body, that's spirit showing this is a lesson that's really important for us to learn, so that we can lay down those swords and stop beating ourselves up with it. So you're coming more into that power. All right, my dear Heather, here we go. What's that song? This is the song that never ends, it goes on. Yeah, this is the song that never ends, it goes on and on, my friend. Somebody started it, not knowing what it was. Anyway, it's a song that never ends. So this is the universe card. It's the one verse card. it's okay, so I don't know what highway goes through where you live, but let's say it's blocked off for the weekend. Well, I guess you just can't go anywhere. No, if you think about it, there are side roads. What is it that anywhere where you're thinking, well, I can't get there from here? How else can you get there? This is expanding your awareness. This is the universe. This is the one verse, but it's not repeating over and over again. Gosh, everything's fine. Everything's fine. It'll all work out. Well, how is it going to work out? And go, what else can I do here? Universe, show me another way, because there's more than one way to get to a destination or to be able to help someone, especially someone that doesn't want to be helped. You have to sometimes allow them to hit rock bottom. That's one way to actually help them, but it's not a common way. So then people get caught in that loop of trying to help someone.
She says it's a change in viewpoint and perspective.
Yeah, a change in viewpoint and perspective. Absolutely, Heather. And so that's what's coming your way, is these other ways around or solutions around. It's like now that we have the internet, and you have a recipe, but you ran out of an ingredient, you can Google, well, what can I use as a substitute? That's the universe. What else can I do here? Universe, show me another way around this situation, because it's right there for you. It's absolutely right there for you. And sometimes people don't want to get out of a situation. I'm not saying this about you, but there's some people that are, not only addicted to drugs and alcohol, but they're addicted to a way of thinking or a way of feeling. And so it's a matter of then just letting them. It may take them a day, it may take them years. Let them be. You move on, you're moving on, you're moving up, you're moving forward. You're getting more connections with the universe. You're getting more opportunities that are coming your way. Woo! Okay, my dear Lanny.
The song Never Ended says it was from Lamb Chop in 1988. But
Oh yeah,
Wikipedia.
that song, yeah, it's from Lamb Chop, right? Kenan looked it up. The Song That Never Ends, a self-referential song. It's a children's song by puppeteer Sherry Lewis.
However accurate Wikipedia is.
With 1988. But it's free from looping in the same song, looping in the same words. Okay, Lana, this is the moon card. It's the psychic ability. I really don't like to use the word psychic. Again, it's a very limiting word. There are a few other words, But again, our English language is very limited, like the word love, right? Sometimes I wish I could speak Sanskrit so I could tell you a better word than just psychic. But it's the ability to see beyond. So when you're on this show, when any of us are on the show, what we're looking at and what we're working on and what we're clearing is the ability to see beyond. So it's a little bit like Heather's card, with the seeing things more than one way. It's literally glass half full, or you can view it as glass half empty. But Lana, this is so Marilyn Pitts was a hospice nurse, and Edna is a hospice nurse, and I believe Abby, right? I believe you were a nurse too. Anyway, from my personal experience, people that are, like when my brother passed away, about a month before he passed away, he was in one of his coherent, he'd actually woken up and asked his wife to call me because he was that coherent. And when he got me on the phone, he just said, listen, he goes, our grandfather was here last night in the room. And I said, well, Chuck, what do you think that means? And he goes, well, I think I don't have much time left. And I go, well, you know what? I love you. Give Mom a big hug for me. Thank you for calling. And we got to say goodbye. We got to talk for a while. But I really believe that, and I think Edna and Marilyn Pitts can, and probably Abby can vouch for this, and Marilyn too, that when people, because Marilyn's a minister, when people get close to passing, kind of the veil is more thin. They see loved ones, they see friends, but we don't have to wait until then. We have control over the veil, but I think a lot of times it scares a lot of people. So, Lana, this is your enhancing your ability with thinning the veil without being ready to cross over yet. And you and I can talk about this, and I'm not going to call you crazy, right? Because you and I have shared some pretty amazing stories along with almost everyone on the show. But we have the ability, that's what this moon card is it's not the light of the day, it's the inner light that guides really our consciousness. It's the awareness, the consciousness that is growing, and your awareness around it. So it's like being able to see or hear your mom and dad and Harley and the others that have crossed over, and have these experiences. They're growing. Okay. Yeah, Abby, you were CT Tech and radiology. Yeah. So you worked in hospitals, you worked in that arena. Thank you.
JC came on the show.
Oh, JC. Welcome, JC. All right. All right, Abby. Truce card. People either get it now or they get it later. If people have to repeat fourth grade over again, they need to repeat fourth grade over again. It has nothing to do with you. You know, when I went to college, there were math majors, and I'm like, oh, that's just, nope, couldn't do that. And I couldn't understand why they would choose that. Well, that was just my way of looking at it, because I don't like math, and I wasn't really ever very good at math. But that's their lesson. That's the lesson that they chose, even though I viewed it as very difficult. There are people around you that are going through it, and this is where you're incredibly compassionate. You have a lot of compassion, along with Marilyn. But there's a fine line of being compassionate and then being sucked into it. Or being, so when you have an emotionally, if there's an emotional charge around it, this is withdrawing from that. And Marilyn can really help you with that. So this is the truce card. Again, so this is a very similar to the peace card that Marilyn Pitts got. Again, about laying down the swords and not even responding. So narcissists have to have a response. It's like they feed off of it, and then they respond back in a meaner way, and it catches people. The best thing you can do is simply do not respond. Do not respond, do not text back, do not call, nothing. And it helps cut you off from this invasive energy. Yeah, so Marilyn, this is the Dominion card. This is literally getting back up on your feet. I know you just had knee surgery. I want to send you a lot of great healing energy with that. But this is getting back into your domain, getting back and dominating. You know, it's funny because it reminds me that I know you've even told the story from the stage in church, where this great flood came along and the guy's on the roof and he's praying to God to save him, and a boat comes by and he goes, no, God will save me. Helicopter comes by and he goes, no, God will save me. And the guy drowns, and then he's mad at God. He gets up to heaven and goes, why didn't you save me? He goes, well, I sent a boat and a helicopter. So people get, they can go, oh, well, doctors are bad. Well, no. Right? There's bad in every industry, every field, but there's also a lot of good. And so this is like Heather's card about the universe, is being open to how the answer comes. And I'm really glad you weren't hobbling around the house going, God will heal my knee, God will heal my knee. Well, God healed your knee through the doctors. Right? And so what a great lesson that is that the answers are all around us. Use them. This is the Dominion card. This is taking charge. Absolutely taking charge. and trusting your own gut. And so you made the right decision. You absolutely made the right decision. Yeah. Oh, and then Edna says, yes, Uncle, you're right. Veil is thin. Death is like birth. The transitioning is different for everyone. And I love that. But
That was back to the truce card.
yeah, that was back on the truce card. Okay. Thank you. But anyway, this is the different worlds opening up for you, different ways of seeing things, Marilyn. Okay, Laura. And then Teresa joined us. Okay, so Laura, anywhere where you've given your power away, inappropriately. I mean inappropriately by you're wanting to help and you weren't aware that person was a poor me person, where, oh, you're such a cute little vampire. I'll bet you need some blood. Let me give you my blood. I don't know how else to describe it. You're done if you're open and willing, able and safe to now pull your power back from where you've inadvertently given it away to poor me type of people, to interrogation, to intimidation, to these power dramas. Are you willing to pull this back and resustain, re-energize your own power? Um, staying in your power, Laura. And anywhere where you've been made bad or wrong, for being in your power or for speaking up with what it is you wanted or want, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that energy, that inappropriateness from other people, and move on? This is you coming absolutely more into your power, into your work, and absolutely doing what you love. Absolutely moving more into loving what you do, doing what you love. Okay, Jeff, I know you can't be here tonight, but I know you always can go back through and look at the video or rewatch the video. This is Jeff, you're coming into your power. This again, so perfect card for Laura, which is the power card. Then you've got the Emperor. So remember, yes, I'm pulling it. I'm doing a reading for each of you individually. But if you start to notice the pattern throughout the show, there's quite a bit of pattern with each show. And this one in particular, with Jeff coming up with the Emperor card, is being dominant in what he does, what he knows, and sources, funding, cattle, sheep, bales of hay, just like an old emperor, right? That your empire grows. So I'm going to send this energy out to every one of you, Kenan included, me. Empire growing, influence growing, consciousness spreading, expanding. Absolutely. I think you might have all felt that. That was really, really incredible. So thanks, Jeff, for pulling that card. All right, my dear Edna. So, my dear, something that Kenan and I did. What was it? What is it that TN does, Kenan? Those IV.
You're talking about hydration?
Yeah. So one thing, Edna, there are these. You're a nurse, so I know you know what I'm talking about. They're IV hydration, where they can put different, vitamins and minerals in the hydration. We did that, and we could really feel a major difference. I'm sorry, I know this is the pleasure card. So this is, you get again moving more into what brings you pleasure, but this is IV therapy, is what I'm seeing. I really would recommend that, or just even going to get a workup. Like a friend of mine went to the doctor the other day and found that she was low on like B12s, and you kind of don't know it, right? But this is just going for a good checkup and finding what it is that you may be lacking to get your energy back up. So highly recommend that. Going to a nutritionist or naturopath, that type of thing. Okay, then we've got Tiffany. Hey, Dr. T. Dr. T is in the house. You actually have two cards. Tiffany fell out. So, Ace of Swords, unmistakable victory. Ace of Swords, crown, victory, King Arthur, Lancelot. Oh, Lance is on the show. This is absolute victory. It is a Excalibur. This is your ability to pull the rock or the sword from the stone. So first of all, I get a trip number one to Disneyland. They actually have Excalibur there. That just popped into my head. But this is absolutely coming off victorious. And then somehow, I don't know if this is like writing a book or a dissertation or a paper around, because I'm not sure what you got your doctorate in, but this is you coming out of the woods, and it was really tough within the woods. It was like Survivor, okay? But you learned, girl, you got skills. You got your skills. You got your mink coat in there because you had to kill a lot of ermine to keep warm. You got your shield. You got your spear. You got your horns as a helmet. These are things and experiences that are extremely valuable that have helped you survive, but it's writing a book or talking about it with other people, whether that nowadays is social media or a podcast. This is, I get a podcast, like being asked to be on a podcast, say yes, or creating your own podcast, say yes. It's really important because you have a tremendous amount of experience. Okay, Jessica Marie, It's okay you're late. It's okay.
You got this guy, or Jared.
Okay, we've got Jared and Kat. All right, I'm really glad. Did you get back from Florida? Okay, that was so funny. Was it Wednesday that you were? We brought up the Florida card, and you were going to Florida, I think Thursday. So, Jared and Kat, you're back, maybe. Jessica Marie, we got you on the list. All right, Jared. Medical victory. Huge ahas. Now, ahas don't come at the time maybe that you're at a conference. They can, or seminar, but this is where you're beginning to put things together that you weren't able to put together before because you didn't have the information. This is absolutely moving ahead. It's the victory card. So you've got the medical symbols here. You've got the medical staffs. This is increasing your staff, literally. I mean, the people that work under you. And your ability to affect more people in different ways. Huge. This is like victory. This is absolute victory. And thank you, because I'm sending the victory up to everybody on the show. To Jennifer, JC, Teresa, Kat, and everybody. Okay.
You're back home too.
You're back home? Oh, good. Okay. Great. I'm glad you had a really good time. So, Kat, this has been revelation for you as well. This is the Prince of Discs. It's moving into more money. It's coming out of a rougher period. Like the Chariot, the Chariot's being pulled by the bull, which is the Taurus, right? Like, I don't drive. There's a highway here in Phoenix called like I-17. I don't like driving it because of the potholes. But I will get on I-10 because they have very few potholes. I almost said assholes. That too. But these potholes, you're all right, Kat. You're moving into something with a whole lot less potholes. But you know what I want to say, right? It's just that people aren't. You're leveling up and working with a higher vibrational people that that are more your savvy, like that get you, and it's leaving behind any belief systems of behavior that we're going to pull you down, or that we're pulling you down. Yeah, this is coming out of completely rocky times and moving into much more smooth times. So I'm going to share that with everybody on the show, if you don't mind. I think this is really good. Is all drama is. People create drama because they're energy vampires. But you do not have to go to their castle. You can hang garlic in your doorway. You don't have to deal with them. You don't have to have anything to do with them. So I'm really proud of you. Like, you're not dealing with them anymore. Okay. Lance, here we go. Nice to have you, Lance. Ace O Cups. This is not just about emotional fulfillment, Lance. It's about your cup runneth over. This is really connecting with Source. If you're on a desert island and you're wanting to signal for help, you've got to clean the mirror off. This is you polishing your connection to Source. And Source coming through to heal and guide and direct you. So if you're on this desert island and you're signaling this plane that may be going over it, you don't know if that plane saw your mirror or not. But in this case, Lance, God, angels, however you want to term it, you're like, are you looking, do you see my mirror? Yeah. This is the answer to your prayer. They definitely see it. They hear you. These answers are coming. The help is there. Breathe. You've been through rougher times. Breathe. All right, Jennifer Riley, great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for being here. So worry never climbed a hill. Worry never paid a bill. Worry is a waste of spiritual energy. Well, I just really worry for that person. Can you do something else for that person? Can you bless them? Can you send them really great energy? Can you send more energy to yourself other than worry? If you go to have your car tuned up, Jennifer, you don't worry that it's going to break down if you're going to take a long trip. If you put the time and effort into your kids, you don't worry that they're going to break down. You've done the effort. This is an acknowledgement of being free of worrying about anything or anyone. Bring your energy back to you, create what it is you want rather than worry. Energy goes where attention flows. If you're worrying about a situation or worrying about someone, then energy goes toward that person or that situation to create more things to worry about. You're an incredible creator. Remember that. This is about your ability to create what it is you want and how you want it. This is about expanding your love and compassion, number one, for yourself. Okay, JC, and then we've got Teresa in the house. Well, JC, this is no surprise. It's called the Sun card. It's one of the highest cards in the deck. Are you willing to let go of and be free of the need to live up to anyone's expectations? So think about it as a performer. Listen, if you've gone to the rehearsals and you have practiced and you actually got hired for the role, stop. Again, this has to do with the previous card with Jennifer. Stop worrying. Again, this is the spotlight. So it's more than just the Sun, which is one of the highest energy cards in the deck about blessings and things coming your way, but it's also, are you willing to be completely comfortable in the spotlight and claim it and own it? Regardless of what other people think about, oh, they just think that they're hot stuff. What does that matter? What does that? It has nothing to do with you. It's like they just have a very low self-esteem. That's about them. That's stuff they have to work on. Don't even worry about them. All right, my dear Teresa. You ready? So I'm hearing the word Awimawep, Awimawep, the lion sleeps tonight. This is the Kundalini energy. Kundalini is creative. It's dormant right now. But you'd probably drive everyone in your family totally nuts if your Kundalini energy was up all the time. Because, and that would be with any of us. There's a dormant part of it, and just knowing that Kundalini energy is there for you, and it's manifesting in a new way. So like we've texted, this cruise will be really great for you, but there's something new being completely created. But it's absolutely there, and you're in touch with it. It'll be there when you really need it. It'll come up in a new form. Also to like acupuncture or massage or chiropractic, it's also helping you align your spine. Okay,
That's everybody.
we got Jess.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, Jessica Marie. Here we go. All right, Jess. Passion. And the Magician. You got two of them, Jessica. Are you doing what it is you love? Focus on doing what it is you love, or loving more what it is you do. What is it that is really good about what it is you do? Refocus. It's like we started the show off with the limited language of English, and we only have one word for love. But in Sanskrit, we have 96. There are 96 different words for love. In Persian, there are 80 different words for love. This is getting back into your passion. And you do know what your passion is. And then you've got the Magician. So it's coming back to you in very magical ways, where things work out for you. But you're needing to go behind the curtain for a while. You know, the Wizard and the Wizard of Oz. It's like, it's okay to withdraw and regroup and get your energy back. Again, when you go to these Vegas shows, there are timed shows for the Vegas shows. The Magician isn't on 24/7. There are downtimes. So as this Magician is, it's like a Tesla, right? You've got to plug the Tesla in at night. If you forget to plug the Tesla in, you're probably going to be late for work. You've got to regroup. This is a time to recharge for you. And then you get your passion. Like you really get your passion back. You just need a few days to regroup. Are you willing to give yourself that? Okay. Awesome. All right. Love you all. We'll do this again tomorrow night. Have a great, great evening. Blessed Monday.